Hey guys, Romie here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Scandal Season 6, Episode 2, Hardball. The episode starts off with Millie, and she's giving a rebel-rousing speech because it's the final night of the Republican conference where she accepts the Republican nomination to be President of the United States. And Marcus was so touched that he was crying. He was like, Quinn and Huck and myself all have the same idea, looking at him like, dude, really? Really? He was like, what? It was a really good speech. They're like, no, you're embarrassing us. Go away. But Millie, she did kill it. She focused on the 160 million women slash girls whoever felt like a door was closed for them, let her be the key, essentially, is what her campaign was. And, everything's going well. But Olivia notices that Millie and Marcus are getting a little too chummy. So she goes and pulls Millie to the side, lets her know, you need to watch out for him. Watch out for who? For Marcus. What? He's doing a great job. Yeah, don't get too comfortable because trust me, being the little harlot that I am, trust me, I know a thing or two about being caught up. Don't let that happen to you. She's like, don't worry about it. I've already seen how that works. That's not going to happen. And you can see that Olivia doesn't believe her and has a plan hatching. In present day, Olivia is trying to go and convince the president and everyone else that no, this Nelson guy who killed Frankie wasn't the actual killer, that he's being set up. Of course, she doesn't have enough evidence yet, so Fitz is looking at her like, so you're trying to say the Justice Department didn't do their job. So you're trying to say that every department set up to make sure and vet and secure us with a proper answer and resolution to this situation, they're all wrong. They're all wrong. Yes. Short answer, yes. Of course they are. Hello? We fudged the election so that you'd win. You can't tell me that someone can't go and frame this guy, frame this bigot of a man to convince the world that yes, he could have possibly killed Frankie. Again, Olivia's having an uphill battle, and while she was talking about essentially like the Justice Department, the area where they would go and vet and do like crime reconnaissance, if you will, FBI, CIA. Here comes the woman in charge, and ergo, we finally have another strong black woman. At least that's what I thought. I was like, Shonda, you're giving us two strong black women on Scandal? Shonda. And it's not Olivia and her mother? Shonda. So we have Miss Webster, Angela Webster. I'm looking at her like, oh, because she was like, excuse me, so you're saying that I couldn't do my job? I was like, oh, no, of course, and I'm sorry that you interpreted it that way. No, I interpreted it that way, Olivia, because I know that's what where you're coming from, what you're trying to insinuate. So you're not going to run game on me. I already found my results. I know what's going on. I'm the one vetting this guy. I'm the one trying to get him to admit the fact that he did it. Don't talk to me or talk about me as if I don't know what I'm doing, thinking, ooh, I like her, but I have a feeling I'm not going to like her for long. And I was right. But she's talking to Nelson, and Nelson's a bigot. He said some racist stuff about Frankie online, and also essentially about, someone needs to stomp him out. If that happened, that wouldn't be an issue. I'm thinking that with everything that they're throwing at him, that he's just going to go and fold. No, he does the polar opposite. I thought he was going to go and just sign on the dotted line. He tells them to go F off on the paper. That's what he writes. And he's like, well, this is something sexual, but it's just a little bit more aggressive. And they're looking at him like, he needs to go. He needs to die. He needs to be locked up forever, but they don't have anything on him. And he brings up this reference of, oh, Rosen? Well, guess what? My parents who immigrated here, they came here before you did, Rosen. So what? Oh, okay. So this guy is a racist and a bigot for real. Scary. Now, while all of that's going on, Olivia's trying to figure out what her next move is, because she doesn't know what angle she's going to pull. So of course she's trying to bring in Abby. Well, right now that's not going to work. Bringing Quinn and have Quinn go and urge and do a couple of stuff, even though on Charlie, because Quinn can't trust Charlie right now. Cyrus is there at the White House. Millie was invited. Why? Because Millie needs to have a conversation with Cyrus. At least that's what Fitz feels. Millie tells Cyrus, I don't believe you. I know that you did it. You can't convince me otherwise. Cyrus says, I'm going to throw you a curveball. Millie, I want you to be my vice president. At first, I was like Cyrus, oh, that, so she could finally have a, and then, common sense kicked back in. And exactly what Millie said is what I was thinking. So you're telling me, after all these years, you want me to go and work for you. You want me to go and be under your thumb. You want me to be the second in command. You want me to be the person that just goes and rubs your back and rubs your feet and tell you that you're pretty. That's what you want me to do. That's essentially what you want me to do. You want to be my boss. Well, guess what? That's not going to happen. Cyrus says, I know you don't believe that I didn't do it, but I didn't do it. Not only did I not do it, you need to get this through your thick skull. What we're doing right now is we're dividing the country. We need to unite the country. I'm thinking, if this is not some Donald Trump mess, then I don't know what. And I'm irritated because the whole time I'm just thinking, yeah, unite the country. But if one side's on some BS, then how can I reunite with the other side? We were never united in the first place. Unite the country. The country's anyway. Now I'm starting to deviate. We see this flashback of when Millie was initially getting close with Marcus. He was trying to help her with her approval ratings with men was low. White men, so Marcus letting her know, white men watch baseball. If you go and throw a pitch and you throw a good one, then you're going to have their vote, or at least their attention. And that's really important right now. So he's going and, he's behind her. He's like, you need to move your hip. I'm thinking, oh, here we go. So he keeps moving her hip. They get closer and closer. They almost kiss, and she stops herself because she knows, she has Olivia in the back of her mind saying, no, we'll meet. And he was like, no, we still have to finish with this. How are we supposed to finish with this when we almost did something else? Quinn and Charlie, they're at the the scene of the crime, because Olivia said, we need to go and get the evidence before Webster's crew goes and scrubs all of this, because she's, head of the FBI. And they find the laptop, they find evidence that they could use. Unfortunately, because they were distracted and playing around too much, one of the guys watching over them said, oh, wait, you can put that evidence right in here. And so now they let the evidence slip right from their hands. Well, for now, anywho. Olivia's trying to see if, I don't know, if maybe, no, I'm sorry, not Olivia. Not Olivia. Because sometimes I think, oh, she could have been, but no, she couldn't. Abby is trying to see if she can go and use Jake. Of all people, use Jake in order to forward her agenda. And what do I mean by forward her agenda? The thing is, Jake is supposed to be Millie's vice president. So maybe if Abby could get to him, then she can go and derail that whole situation. Now, Millie, again, she's over the fact that her and Marcus, they're not on good terms right now. But she's the main reason why that happened. Oh, she's the main reason because she did it. Olivia was the catalyst. I'll explain a little bit later. You just need to know that, yes, Marcus and Millie had sex. They had sex. I have to say it like that because I'm thinking, Lord, I just didn't want to see that. It just felt awkward. It felt wrong. Nothing about that seemed right. Nothing about that. You hear me? Nothing about that seemed right. It was like when Quinn and Huck, which I still think is odd how they can interact as if nothing happened. When Huck was licking her face, I'll never forget. I mean, Scandal has given us some really, really, really big episodes. Mind you, of course, what's left of the gladiators is trying to sift through the information to see if maybe they can find something. They don't have anything right now, so they're gonna have to go and retrieve the laptop with the evidence on it. Olivia has to go and distract Webster, has to get her out of her office in order for her crew to go and infiltrate the FBI. Quinn dresses up, and she apparently they have this technology where Huck took the picture of Webster's fingerprint in her car and used it to get past the scanner in the building. Quinn gets all the way upstairs and she gives a call so that she can go and get the evidence from a certain case. I'm thinking, gosh, Quinn and Huck do work well together. I have to give it to them. Olivia the whole time is distracting Webster by saying, okay, so about the president. Oh, yeah, well, first I apologize. Of course, I wasn't trying to undermine you. Oh, yeah, yeah. And they have this camaraderie of, the black struggle, especially black women, black woman, black female struggle, and how they walk into these buildings, into these meetings, and people look at them like, so why are you here? What are you here for? Are you here to take my order? Are you here to clean my desk? What are you doing here? Okay, you're in charge. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That jumps from that to Olivia finding out that Miss Angela has a thing for Fitz. And Olivia called it because she said, you've been getting a little close to Fitz, charming, alluring. And Olivia this whole time looks like she wants to stab Angela because Angela's agreeing. At first she was trying to play coy, but then she dropped her guard, drinks are flowing. Oh yeah. Yeah, but about yeah. Of course I never did anything, no, but you wanted to. No, of course not. Okay, yeah. And Olivia gave her blessing. I'm thinking this is a trap. Angela, don't do it. Don't do it. And Fitz, you better not. Because then we know that you just like a certain type. You like a strong, confident black woman who's interested in white, powerful, / entitled men. And Olivia, once they got the documentation, Olivia, I swear, Olivia had this look of Jesus because she was trying to stall and do everything she can to make sure that Angela didn't leave too soon. What Quinn did in order to get the documents was messed up. She scared that poor boy. I know he was probably like older than me, but she scared that boy like, excuse me, you pissed off Angela. I don't care if you called the documents 2 minutes ago. She's upset that they weren't here already. Now they have that information. Angela has to leave because she gets a call because something happened to Nelson. Nelson signed. Why did he sign? Because Abby was there. Abby was waiting until Jake came out. Jake said, here's this signed, sealed, delivered. We're good. And so Abby has this like, all right, I did your job for you. Congratulations. When they go in to check on Nelson, again, I don't feel bad for him because of who he is and what he's being portrayed as on this particular show. The guy peed his pants. He looked like he wanted to cry. He was borderline on the cusp of crying, and he peed his pants. So whatever Jake did, or more so said, because, Jake, I guess, is allegedly a good interrogator and all that. So whatever he did, the man peed himself. Yellow urine. They wanted to make sure we saw it. They wanted to make sure we knew he was dehydrated. Yellow piss. Piss. Like, dang. David is over it because David was there as well. He's like, you know what? The Constitution is going up in flames. Yeah, exactly like what's going on right now. And at that time, we don't see him explain it to Olivia and, Olivia and Millie. But eventually, he does. And Olivia goes there and needs to talk to Abby. Like, what are you doing? Why was Shake there? What is going on? What type of methods are you trying to pull in order to get your results? I want you to become me. Why are you doing this? It's just like, you know what? There's there's room for more than one alpha female. So, I'm sorry if you thought there wasn't, but yeah, there is. Millie goes and talks to Marcus because she's not sure if she wants to go through with trying to become the president of the United States, or if she should just go and let Cyrus become the president. He makes her his VP, and Marcus is over it because it's just like, you lost your chance. I was willing to give you love, companionship, and you threw that all away. For what? The White House? Yeah. Anyway, we see this flashback of Millie, and she's in love. She is in love. She's head over heels for Marcus, and she was just saying how the sex was amazing, and how not only did he rock her world, she was seeing stars. She was sick. She was like, I actually cried. I know you're not supposed to cry during sex, but I actually cried because it was just so. I never, It's like, Olivia, no, you don't understand. I don't know what you're seeing fits because, yo, you missing out. You are missing out. And it's like, oh God, is this what it actually feels like to be in love? Like, I know this is lust, my body's permeating. I can smell things for the first time. Everything's brighter. Oh, it's like my senses are in overload. I can't take it. Man. Olivia has this look of, that's cute, and if this was anyone else, this would be great, but I'm so happy for Millie. I'm so happy for you. But when Millie said, is this how you felt for Fisk? As if it is, I understand. I said, wow, Marcus, you did the damn thing. For Millie to flip like that. Whoa, okay. But Olivia's trying to coerce her into the direction of, you can't be with him because he's not a bad person, but he's bad for you. Image-wise, he's gone and slept around and slept his way up to the top. And, sleeping with the president or potential president, look what that can get him. So this isn't good. This isn't good. This is going to ruin your career. This isn't the right move for you. But Olivia isn't getting through to Millie because Millie is in love. She's in lust. She's in heat. She's in everything you can possibly imagine. Feelings that she's never felt before. It's just firing at all cylinders. Firing at all cylinders. Now, Huck is still trying to figure out how he's going to get this information. He's not really sure as of yet. What's the little girl's name? Not little girl's, but Abby. It's just like, all right, Abby, so we're going to figure this out. We're going to figure this out soon. We'll figure out what we need to do. But first things first. There's, Abby's like, I have to tell you something, Millie. What do you mean? Yeah, there's something you really need to know. Huh? Olivia told me a little secret. When we were at the conference, the Republican conference, she wanted me to know that she needs me to go and give Marcus a secretary job here at the White House. Essentially, to break you two up. Millie takes that information, goes back to Olivia, and Olivia spills the beans. Because Olivia is just like, look, my job was to make you president. And Millie said, you are an evil, vindictive person. I knew that you were, but you want the White House so bad, so badly, and you don't care about love and all of that, that you wanted to... You always ruin my relationships. You always ruin my relationships for your own selfish needs. And she wasn't saying anything wrong. Let's be real. She wasn't saying anything wrong. But Olivia made sure that she put it out there that, you know what? Here's how this actually goes. Here's how this actually goes. You want to be president? I want to be in the White House. I did what you need to do. Everyone has to get their hands dirty. You know better than everyone else that everyone has to get their hands dirty. So for me, if that meant going and breaking this relationship up with this guy who's basically a Democrat, this guy who's essentially a liberal, guy anti-establishment, guy, he's an activist, Black Lives Matter, he's sleeping around here and there, breaking up marriages. He is essentially your Olivia Pope, and you can't have that type of scandal in the beginning of your candidacy. Why don't you understand that? I was trying to help you. I did what I knew you couldn't do. Thinking, Olivia, you really think Millie's gonna fall for the okie doke? Yes, she is. You're not stupid. But Millie's just like, I'm done with you. And guess what? I'm done mainly because of the fact that Cyrus gave me a job. And I wasn't even considering that because it's Cyrus. Why would it, for Cyrus? No. But because of what you did, now there's no reason for me not to take the opportunity. Absolutely no reason. Absolutely no reason not to. Not to. We see this flashback of Millie talking to Marcus, and Millie is over it because she kind of realizes that, Olivia's mind control worked. And as soon as she heard the news that Marcus is indeed going to be working as the secretary for the White House, she was like, we can't be together. Now, she came off very irrational, and that's why Marcus was like, whoa, what's going on here? She's like, yeah, so you just slept with me to get your way to the top. Congratulations. You, bravo, brava, sarah, sarah. You did all of this. This is your usual MO. Why would I be surprised that you would try and switch it up for me? Why would I be surprised that you would do anything differently? You saw the White House and oh, you got excited. You guys, oh boy, you got excited. But guess what? This is done. This is over with. I'm going to win the White House. You're going to do what you want to do because you took this job, not even considering the fact that we really can be together. So, okay, so I see where you are. I'm like, oh, Lord, Olivia. And that's why she was hurt. And that's why they weren't together. And that's why. Okay, makes complete sense. Olivia comes and she's irritated right now. So she questions Quinn as to why she doesn't want to go and be with Charlie. It's like, well, because he's old. Well, because he's cuckoo. Well, because this. Well, because that. Well, because the sky's blue. Olivia says, here's how this really works. You need to go and be with someone who wants to be with you, and you want to be with them. You are scared. You are scared. Okay, yeah, I'm scared. Yes, do not let fear go and mess up a great thing. Go and get you. Don't make me go. Don't make me hit you with this purse. You know I can't stretch my arm too high because you know she with child, so you can't be showing the child like that. The bump, but you. All right. We good. Okay, we good. And there was this meeting, not this meeting. Frankie was put to rest, and everyone was shaking during the gunshots because, dang, the gunshots because he got shot. I understand why everyone was flinching at the gunshots because he died because he was shot to death. He was murdered. Murdered. Millie decides she wants to go and talk to Fitz because she's thinking, okay, I'm going to put everything behind Cyrus. I'll join him. And she lets the secretary know, I actually want to speak to Marcus as well. What ends up happening is Fitz's door was wide open, and I'm wondering why. That made absolutely no sense. There's way too much access. What's going on? Was there a tour going on? Anyway. And she goes into the Oval by herself, and she remembers that she wants it. She sees George Washington's picture. She just gets the feel of, this is where I need to be. I need to be focused. I don't care if Olivia's crazy. I need to go and work with the winning team. So she goes to Olivia. It's just like, God, can I not have happiness? This is so messed up. Why can't things work out for me? But I want it. So it's like, all right, so we have a plan. We have a plan in place. We'll figure it out. Cool manada. Poor Marcus. Marcus thinking that he's going to reunite with Millie. And Millie wasn't there. And I think he got the clue that, okay, this was her message saying it's officially over. While Millie and Olivia are drinking, Huck comes in and says, okay, you don't want to miss this. Come on. So he shows her the video that he was able to recover. And it's of Cyrus and Frankie. Frankie was telling Cyrus, I know what you did. You're disgusting for doing that. Once I become president, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. How dare you do that? I'm sure it had to do with either the killings of all those people or maybe rigging the votes. Whatever he did, Frankie said, I'm going to put you in jail. Next thing you know, Frankie's shot and almost dead. Well, shot and then died. Susie. Olivia takes the footage and shows it to, of course, Abby, the president. What's her name? Webster. Says, so are you going to do something about it now or are you going to do something about it soon? It's just like get David Rosen on the phone. Unless he was there, in there with them. We need to go and figure this out. So please like, comment, subscribe, because when they're at the funeral, I forgot to mention this, Olivia looked at Cyrus like, I know you did it, and I'm determined to prove that you did it. Do I honestly feel like Cyrus did it? It's weird. One part of me is saying that he did it. The other part of me is saying that he is a con artist, a legendary con artist. So you can't trust people like that. Of course he did it. What I will say is, I think maybe it's one of two things. Cyrus is working with Papa Pope, and Papa Pope is actually working with Papa Pope. So he's double crossing Cyrus, and Cyrus just doesn't realize it. Or that Papa Pope has used Jake to orchestrate all of this, because Jake sometimes is missing. And I'm like, where are you? I know you're doing stuff with Papa Pope, so where are you? With Jake being missing a lot of times, I'm wondering if Jake is working on behalf of Papa Pope. It's because Jake is, of course, the vice president. So it's just like, okay, I can get myself back in the White House. Olivia would be in the White House as well. He would have a lot of people that he could manipulate to do what he wants in that White House. So that's my thought process of maybe it's Papa Pope, maybe it's Cyrus and Papa Pope working together, maybe Cyrus was double crossed and thought it was supposed to go another way. Either way, please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next.